You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to get this beat
Yeah,
and put this in the car right here, brother.
I'll
Every
tell you,
time
man, right there,
we be gigging behind the scenes. What's up, brother Montel? Oh my
man.
goodness,
Happy Thursday, man. April
Thursday.
29th, man. Just balling it out. Different day, different time, different news,
God,
different
dog.
updates.
Different day, different time, different news. Like you say, April 29th. Coming at you, Team No Sleep, ladies and gentlemen. Montel Allen, James Hicks. We've got a full day. We got a full show. Let's go ahead and
Yep.
get right into it. I see folks chiming in. What's up with you, mama? I see Miss Keeley in the building. Let me make sure my comments are right. She is here to make sure that I stay on point. And if we have any distractors in the audience, she will definitely knock them down.
She reffing it up. Huh?
Yeah,
She
let me
got
tell
us
you
reffing
something.
up.
Let me tell you
Okay.
something. You
Okay.
know, whenever you need backup, she
hmm
she got some things, and she can take care of us. So,
There, there we go. I appreciate the bodyguard.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. She's good for it. She's
Yeah.
good for it.
All
Let's
right.
go and get into it, man. Let's get focused. Obviously, today, literally right now, is the draft. NFL
hmm
draft is going on right now. We were talking
Yep.
behind the scenes. I hope I don't get a YouTube strike, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put it on the screen, and we'll
There you
find out
go.
if they take the stream down. We're gonna have fun at least while
Yeah,
we're
yeah, yeah,
talking
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I call this Instant Millionaire Day because there's a bunch of people, a bunch of young men that's about to become millionaires.
Yeah,
Great day for these young athletes. Is sacrificed so much to get to this point, and now they're here. They're epitome of their career right now, getting ready to get drafted. So it's all good. But I mean, the crazy part, this ain't even the top news in the NFL today. It's all about the Aaron Rodgers talking about he's
hold
not
on. No,
going back
see,
to Green
hold
Bay,
on.
man.
See, hold on. You wagging the dog or
Yeah,
before you throwing the cart before the horses and all that. You just jumped all over everything. Let's
man.
let this marinate for a minute. Hold on. We gonna get to your boy Aaron Rodgers. You know, I got love for him
Okay.
too because he's from here, from Northern California. But top three picks in the draft so far, quarterbacks,
Yeah.
right?
Rightfully so. Right now, I mean, Lawrence obviously the
Yeah,
best
yeah,
accolades coming out of college. So
yeah,
he's number one.
yeah.
Zach Wilson, I'm not a big fan from BYU, but if you look at his body of work from when he first was at BYU to his body of work to the end while he was a senior, BYU was
Mm-hmm.
incredible. All of his stats improved, everything across the board improved, including wins.
Yeah,
And then my man from North Dakota State, Lance, he's the number
Trey
three.
Lance. Yeah,
He's a project kid, but I think he's a guy that reminisces. And I hate, I don't hate to say it, but it is. He's a reminiscent of Colin Kaepernick. He's a guy that has
wow.
all the
Okay.
attributes that Colin
Well, that's
Kaepernick
where he's
had,
going. That's where he's going. San
and he's
Francisco.
going to the same exact place. He has that exact same skill set, strong arm, can move with his feet. May not be an accurate person in the world, but he's a leader. He can move the ball. He can do things very athletically. And I think he fits exactly what the 49ers need, to be honest with you. So I'm glad. I'm happy for him. I mean, all them brothers is about to be instant. All those three is about to be instant
Right now,
millionaires. So it's all
tonight, as
good.
soon as they go back
Right
to
tonight.
the behind the scenes, the
Yeah,
niggas gonna
yeah,
sign some
yeah,
paperwork
yeah.
already, and everybody's
The
calling.
sports agencies and endorsement deals already cut them a check, so they
Yes.
already
Oh
millionaires
yeah.
right now off the bat. Yeah, so they good.
That's
They in a
crazy
good
too, though.
place.
You think about it. These young men probably since eighth grade, right? They've been
hmm
playing flag, playing tackle, playing football, and wanting to get to this point. Less than 1% get to this point. Less than 1% get
Yep.
to be part of something like this every single year, and everyone, depending on if you're round one, pick one, or the final Mister what do they call it, Mister Nobody, Mister Irrelevant. But still,
Irrelevant.
you make
Yeah.
it to the league, you somebody, and you got some skills. So shouts out to everyone who's out there doing it and making things happen. Going to take care of their family. Going to go live their passion out. Who is this? The Lions pick in. Who they going with?
Oh, Panel Sewell, the
Okay,
offensive lineman from Oregon.
okay.
So they got some protection for golf.
Oh, look at
Good
this.
for
Got
him.
big fella.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, boy.
watching my
My
six.
Usos, that's the Usos right there doing their thing, celebrating. I ain't mad at them at all, man.
I
Do
love
they
it.
let them get it going on? So I'm surprised. I'm glad for this man. He set out the year due to COVID. He didn't want to go.
Yep.
He's in St. George, Utah, out there with Dixie State. Shout out to Dixie State College. And now this man he's a first round draft pick and getting ready to do big things with the Detroit Lions. So good for him. Good
That's
for him.
true.
Big time.
That's true. All right, brother. Now, you You were anxious and you wanted to talk about it, but again, we're gonna keep the draft on behind the
Man,
scenes. But as you say, probably the bigger story out of sports today, literally, late breaking news. Your boy Aaron Rodgers said, "Look, I'm done with playing in this cold weather. I'm done with Green Bay.
yeah,
I want to go."
I'm not going back to Green Bay, and that's
Wow.
crazy. I mean, I'm telling you right now, I'm a big fan of Aaron Rodgers. I think he's great. What he's done for football, coming from Cal, and his whole journey, his whole story. But to write the perfect story, like Tom Brady wrote the perfect story for him would be able to make it to the 49ers somehow, some way, somehow, and be able to finish his career out as a 49er. In
That's
my
true.
opinion,
No,
that would
that's
be the
true.
perfect. That would be the perfect story. Um, and it surprised me that the 49ers or either Green Bay, one of the two, couldn't put together a trade on this day. I know with this, there's salary cap implications. If they trade him after July 1st, Green Bay's salary cap gets hit a lot less, and it gets to spread over. It gets spreaded over years. The money that they owe him, it's not a one-time hit, so it gets spread over years if they do it after July 1st. So I'm sure that money consideration is coming in. I don't believe the story is over. I think, like they said, he is done with being there. So now it's where is he going to go? So I think Aaron Rodgers' name is going to be in the news all the way until he's traded.
Yeah.
If not tonight, I mean, if I'm the GM of Green Bay, I would trade him today. I'd have got me a whole bunch of draft picks for him.
There's a reason why this story came out today, and Aaron, he's a veteran. He coordinates everything perfectly, right? This was not a mistake that this came out a couple hours before the draft. Yeah,
him and his agent was calculated when releasing this story and releasing this news, letting them know that, hey, I'm not returning no more, so you need to do something. This is the perfect opportunity why teams are trying to figure out what equity they have to be able to trade or what assets they have to be able to trade for Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
But the bottom line, Aaron Rodgers won't be in Green Bay. I don't think he'll be in the Green Bay uniform next.
No, I don't.
Now the question is where does he end? Where does he end up now? I'm hoping and I'm not a Niner fan, but I would love for him to end his career in the 49ers.
I'd love him to end it here, and I'd love him to actually get a win here, right? Because again, that would come full circle for him because he's always felt he was not respected when he came out of college and all. So we'll see how this plays out. But we'd be remiss if we definitely didn't talk about that. So that is insane. Staying with football, let me see what else we got here. Staying with football, I was talking to you a little bit earlier again about draft picks, about folks who we wanted or we thought would probably go a little bit earlier. This man's name hasn't been called yet. He made an announcement to the league today. Justin Fields came out and said, I'm dealing with some things. I've got epilepsy, and he tells everyone ahead of time, like rightfully so, right? He's got some things that affect him from a health perspective, but I think that's put him on the back burner for a minute, right? Because I would have thought his name would have been called already, and he still hasn't been called.
I don't know if he would have been called already, but the fact of the matter that he came forth and he told teams that.
Yeah.
Let's be perfectly honest. First of all, this is a business. This is a business. This is the NFL. It's their business. And him having to battle this epilepsy one, I'm sure they knew about it. NFL probably knew about it, knew some hints of it, and it wasn't disclosed fully until probably till today. And you got to ask yourself, if you're a team or you're an owner, do you want to take the risk of taking somebody that has that kind of health condition? Obviously, it hasn't affected him on the field as of right now,
right.
And it may never. He may have some medicine controls it or whatnot. I'm not quite sure what his whole situation is, but you got to ask as an owner or as a person, do you want to take a chance on someone that has this condition?
Yeah.
Because this condition can affect the way you play on the field. Period.
Yeah.
That it is. So, I hope it doesn't affect anything. I hope he still get this young man all the hard work he's put in. He does great. I believe, but it is. I wouldn't say it's a stain. It's just a blemish. A little blemish that they got to worry about, and they got to really pay attention to while he's on the field and while he's doing his thing. Yeah. I personally hope he's going to fall down, and I think this man he might fall in the New England Patriots' hands. I'll be interested to see how Fields does with Belichick.
Well, see, then you got him and you got Cam. Right, you got two big personalities because he's played for Alabama.
You got one mentor. Well, Cam played for Auburn, and
True.
Winston played for Ohio State. But I'm saying Cam is big brother on his way out as a mentor, and
Mm.
Justin Fields is young brother on his way in. So I think Cam can show him the ins and the outs, what to do and what not to do in this league, and be that mentor. And hopefully Cam can relish in the moment of being now coach. I'm coach, big brother. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to get out there and do my best. Until my body can't do it no more, then the reins is handed over to you.
Till my body can't do it no more. God, dog, I love that.
Yeah.
Man, I'm going to put that on a T-shirt. He said, till my body can't do it no more.
Hey, man. My quote. Don't take my quotes. Don't take all my quotes, man.
Hey, look! Shouts out to Preston. So I'm trying. I'm trying to do all these partnerships and make as much gear and swag and merchandise as I can. So I might just take that. I'll cut you. I'll cut you a piece of it though.
I'm trying to get the focus in right. It looks like
what's wrong? Oh my God, what's wrong with your camera?
I don't know, man. I'm getting a new computer, man. So bear with me.
So I'm trying to come through in 4K, and you over here on dial-up.
Yeah, man, I'm not sure what's going on, but I can hear you though. So go ahead. We can still talk. We can still conversate.
I hope so. Staying with football, because again, this is also your wheelhouse. I had a question for you about this. I wanted to talk about Tom Brady came out and made a statement about his issue with the uniform number rule, right? And saying that it's going to be a bad thing for the game. And the new NFL uniform number rule is that any player can use whatever number that they want on the back of their jersey.
Any of the skill players. I'm
sorry, got to make that clear.
Skill players.
So
skill players, and I don't have a problem with either way. I can see what he says. This isn't college; it's professional. You're supposed to hold yourself to a different standard. You don't want tight ends wearing number 1. And all that, where they were set, where the numbers used to be set in certain criteria for where you play. But in the same thing, man, this is a new era. It's a new game. Guys want to be comfortable with the number they want to wear. They want to wear single digits. They want to do all these different things and play. So I always say, the number and the uniform doesn't make the player. It's the player that makes the player. So I don't know what he's crying about as far as that's concerned so much.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out because again, football, someone like a Brady, when he's talking, folks are going to listen. So I thought it might be news, and the only spin that I could think that would make sense was, he's back there in the pocket trying to figure out who he's going to throw it to or who's rushing, that kind of thing. And maybe instead he's looking at the numbers as opposed. And again, I'm trying to make concessions, but I just don't kind of completely understand. So
I think I truly believe that maybe I can't see. I don't see it because you see colors when you're back there and you're doing that. You see the color of the uniform when you throw it. You don't really pay attention to the number because it's usually all caught up and do all some crazy things. Yeah. But I don't see where is a big issue. The only thing I say is you don't want to emulate college, which I can understand that because college you can wear any number you want to. But as far as if a receiver wants to wear number 1 or wear number 9 or whatever, so be it. Let him go ahead and do it. Yeah. Doesn't really. It's not really. To me, it's not really a big deal. But obviously, I think Tom just wants to get in the headlines too because he ain't got nothing else to talk about. To be honest with you.
Now, hold on, brother. We do have to pause because right now you are blurry. And
I'm blurry.
Yeah,
okay, tell me when I'm getting focused, man.
What you got a manual focus camera? What you rocking over there?
I got a there. That's better right there, right? That look a little bit better.
All right. Well,
I think that's coming. I think that's coming a little bit better right there.
Let me put you in the center here. Let me try to, like I said, get your good side. And you was looking like you were underwater.
Okay. There we go, right there. Yeah,
I'm looking at the replay down here, and you look like you. I don't know where you were coming from, brother.
Yeah, man, it's all good. I'm here now, man. So let's go, man. Next topic, man. Keep shooting them at me. Keep shooting them at me.
The joys of live streaming, folks. You know what? We making changes on the fly. It's all good. I don't know if I had another football story, and the draft is in a hold right now. See, Denver's on the clock. See what they're going to pick. After Denver comes Dallas, and then the New York Giants. So we'll
I wouldn't be surprised if Denver selects either the quarterback Matt Jones or Justin Fields. They need a quarterback. Even though they traded for Bridgewater, I think they still need a quarterback. Need to bring in a young quarterback. So I wouldn't be surprised them to take one of those guys. Also, Denver needs a lot, but see them taking Matt Jones at that spot. Getting some winning tradition back there.
Speaking of Denver, he played there. Your boy Tim Tebow, apparently he did a workout for Jacksonville, but he knows better than trying to play for a quarterback anymore. So he went out as a tight end. He won't let it go, right? So your boy Tebow won't let it go. Go back to
being on college football day, man. Let's say this though. Look, Tim Tebow is arguably the best college player ever. He's one of the, he's in that top 10 conversation.
Okay,
what he did in Florida.
He's near the top. Okay, you're giving him a whole lot of love and a whole lot of credit to me.
Hey man, anybody that wins 2 national championships as a quarterback in college, is great. Now, was he a great professional quarterback? No, he's not, because he can't throw the ball. But he was arguably one of the best college players ever. I think he should stick to that legacy, being on college football day, giving his insight, doing those things there. Trying to play.
You don't want to play baseball anymore either. You know.
I mean, he wasn't. I mean, he's not good enough to make your major leagues. I mean, if you're trying to get to the ultimate spot, you're not good enough to make there. If he's content being in AAA, absolutely continue to pursue it. But in football, I mean, going from quarterback to tight end, and I know he has a good relationship with Urban Meyer, because Urban Meyer coached him down in Florida and all that stuff. If he gets that job or he gets on that roster, it's just a gift. He's not going to earn that spot because there's more talented tight ends or prospects now in the draft that are coming out of college or in free agency that are 10 times better than Tim Tebow. Mm-hmm. So, I wish Tebow would just stick to the booth, man, and be an expert at the collegiate level.
Well, he said, "Why don't you just go sit down somewhere?" God, just go sit down somewhere.
Go talk, man. You didn't earn enough money in your career. Go sit down and talk about football. You good?
That's true. I'm looking for a couple more football stories while this is going. We had talked about Eddie George, former NFL star Eddie George, is now going to become the head coach of the HBCU out in Tennessee. So shouts out to Mr. George for getting that head coaching position. Need to see that more. Glad that's going to a good man there. Never heard any issues with Eddie, right? Playing or not playing.
Eddie's been a model NFL star. I think you got to give him prop staff as well. As offensive coordinator, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm very excited that black coaches are creating black opportunities for other coaches to come in to stay relevant within coaching. I wish they would give new blood. I mean, I know that they continue to recirculate. Marvin Lewis has been around. He's earned enough money, I believe. But I mean, you got to do what you do to become successful. I wish they would give new up and coming young coaches more opportunities. But I'm happy for Eddie George to be able to be his first head coaching gig, Tennessee State. I think he can do this. He can have the same effect that Deion had at Jackson State, with drawing prospects to HBCUs, getting kids to be there, be competitive. Now he just got to make sure his X's and O's game is tight. On there and win.
He'll put the right people around him. So
exactly. So I think it's a great move, man. I think him and Deion are going to be great ambassadors to HBCU. Great ambassadors for the HBCU.
I love it. So we'll see how that works out. I'm gonna put the draft back on because Denver's about to pick. I'm trying to move back and forth. I'm multitasking up in here, God dog.
Man, they dancing up a storm. Something sound good, right?
they think they got who they want, but we'll see. We'll see.
Absolutely.
Alex Smith. Let's keep talking football. While we're in a lull here right now, Mr. Comeback Player of the year. Broke his leg, had the Joe Theismann type injury, came back and went back out there on the field and showed he can still play the game, throw the ball. Says he's done. He's hanging up the cleats.
Yeah, and I mean, if you saw his special, that 30 for 30 special on ESPN, and the fact that he came back is a miracle.
The fact that he's alive.
God is good. You know God is real, and God is for real if you see that special.
That's true.
To be able to have that man be able to come back from that. That's number one. Number two, he proved all the naysayers wrong. He was able to come back. Not only was he able to come back, he was playing at a high level. Exactly. Let's not forget, he got them to the playoffs.
Yes.
So the dude is a man. I salute him because I think he's going out on his terms. You know what I'm saying? He's going out on his terms. He's like, hey, my body can't do it. It's time for me to, I proved everybody wrong. I came back. Now it's time for me to ride off to the sunset with my family. Me personally, I think Alex Smith was a great quarterback coming out of college. He hit a lot of roadblocks until he got with Harbaugh.
Yeah.
And people say his career, he had an okay career. I think he would have had a great career, but you got to understand, he dealt with like 5 different coordinators before he got with Harbaugh.
Yeah.
And 5 different coordinators, 5 different terminologies, 5 different ways to play football. It's hard for any young person to digest. And finally, when he got to a guy that believed him and digested, we saw him flurry. Now we know that my man came in. Kaepernick came in and took his spot,
Mm-hmm.
and had him shipped off to Kansas City. But people forget he did damage in Kansas City until Mahomes did there. I mean, they were
close. They were close. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was putting up numbers like that with Mahomes there. So, and then he went to Washington. Obviously, he got hurt. And people forget, before he got hurt, Washington was they was first place in the division.
Yep.
Before he got here, they were 6-3 before he got here. He was first place in the division. He got hurt. Everything went bad. He comes back after the injury. He leads Washington back to the playoffs. If you don't call that resilience, I don't know what you can call it.
That's a bad
man. And people don't want to give him the props, because I know Aaron Rodgers came out in this draft, so Aaron Rodgers is always going to be the man to get the kudos because he won a Super Bowl and got MVPs. But if Alex Smith doesn't get the just due he deserves, it's just unfair. The dude he's the real deal. I think he's the real deal as a quarterback. He just showed, like I said, the definition of perseverance.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely need to be recognized for that. Good man all the way around, family man, and again, just coming back from an injury that could have killed him, literally, right? And then all the surgeries, all the skin grafts, just all of the stuff he had to go through to get that leg back going, and then to go out there back on the field, man, and produce. That's $6 million man, but
that's crazy. That's the man right there, man. So I'm loving it, man. So like I said, I'm glad he's gonna get. I hope he gets his just due. I actually hope he goes into coaching. I think he'll be a phenomenal coach, man. I think he can mentor a lot of those younger guys on how to become professionals and to be able to get over those humps.
Yeah, I agree.
He would be an ideal coach for someone like Sam Darnoldson, who's now got a new fresh start in Carolina. But I have to speak volumes to him.
Yeah.
And tell him how to become the things that he went over. In my opinion.
We'll see how that works out. But that is definitely news too. Had to share that and see. I wanted to get your opinion on that because again, I think we in agreement. That's definitely a good man. That's about all the football stories that I had. I was going to talk about. There was a list of potential draft picks coming specifically from HBCUs. I'm gonna wait till they actually get called, right? I want them gentlemen to actually, because again, if they third round, if they don't get called at night, if we still wait until Friday evening, I can't stream that long. I can't save that much data on.
I'm with you, brother, man. I'm with you on that one. That's hilarious.
Yeah, but I wish them all the best, and I'm sure that they will do fine. Interesting story here. Want to talk about. When you're with one company in partnership and that one company isn't doing you right, and you decide that you're going to leave that major company and go somewhere else, that's going to make some noise. Mm-hmm. Simone Biles said, look, Nike, y'all need to recognize and y'all need to Google me, right? Because I'm Olympic gold medalist. I'm top tier, high echelon in terms of what I do and what I represent for sport, for athleticism. I've got the resume. Nike wasn't really showing her just due, and she stepped from them and signed with Athleta. I hope I'm saying that correctly, but she teamed with Athleta on her activewear and dropped Nike. That's a big story because again, not many. You get that check from Nike. That's where a lot of folks want to go. They don't want the Under Armour money, right? They don't want the Reebok money. they want that Nike money, right? They want that. They want that Jordan, just do it money. And it's crazy to see someone of this age, this caliber, and this significant step up and say, you know what, you gonna treat me right, and if you're not, I'm gonna go over here to someone who I can partner with and actually partner with.
Let's just keep it 100. Empowerment. That is the definition of black woman or woman or any woman. Empowerment. She knows her wealth. I mean, she knows her worth.
Yes.
She felt that she was
being
treated.
Yep.
She knows her worth. She felt she was not being treated adequately at Nike, and she said, "You know what? It's time for us to part ways, and let me go find where my wealth is somewhere else." Um, I I don't know her situation with Nike, obviously, because we're not in the boardroom or nothing like that. But she's right. Her body of work speaks for herself. She's a gold medalist. She's an Olympian. Why aren't you promoting me on the same ads, or you're promoting other athletes that haven't even accomplished those types of things?
Exactly.
So, with that being said, rightfully so, good for her. Um, Good for her that her and her agent were able to make that power go and be able to be the face of another brand
Yeah.
and take it to another level. Let's remember, well, Kobe was a different thing. Kobe was at another shoe company before he came over to Nike. So it's not like athletes don't switch these companies at all. I'm just more impressed by her actions by doing it, because she went to the Juggernaut first. She was at the Juggernaut first, and she said, "You know what, Juggernaut, you ain't treating me right. You're not giving me what I need. I'm going to empower myself to go do something else." Yeah. So I salute. I mean, she's just doing good business, man. Yeah. I mean, we're saluting her for doing good business. That's all.
That's it. At 24 years old, she's up there standing in front of the boardroom and telling the stuffy shirts at Nike that if you're not going to treat me with the respect that I deserve, look at my body of work. Mm-hmm. I'm not coming here, trying to muscle my way in and move in of something that I don't deserve. Look at my body of work and treat me with that respect. And I'm doing it. So, yeah, like you said, she moved over to another organization. I will find a way. I'll see if my wife and my daughter want some of this Athleta girl.
Yeah. You got to support.
Maybe we'll invest in the company or something, and buy some leggings. Man. I don't know what we're gonna do.
The least we could do is buy either some leggings or some shoes. Whatever they produce something. So I mean, like I said, I'm more impressed with her being able to empower herself and definitely, have the courage to be able to step on out and do something on her own and say, I really don't need you guys in order to make a definite big move. So more power, young lady.
I'll put it back on the draft real quick. I saw Devonta Smith in the green room, and I see these Eagles are on the clock right now. There must have been a switch or something. I don't think they were on the clock. Oh no, we're already on the 10th pick. Okay, but that would be interesting to see if young Devonta gets picked. It'd
be good. I think it's going to be good wherever that young man, because he's a talented player, but he's very light. He's not the biggest guy in the world.
Man, so look, that's a little dude, right?
Yeah, I'm really want to see his durability at the next level. I know he's played at Alabama and he's going to be durable and he's going to be all right for the first year or two, but will his body be able to hold up without the nagging injuries, the soft tissue injuries, the twisted ankles, the strains and all those because he's just not a big fella. So we'll see how it all plays out.
Look, when J.J. Watt comes barreling down after this brother, that's gonna leave a mark, right? No, there is nobody else. There was nobody at Clemson at nowhere else the size and the speed and strength of someone like a J.J. Watt.
Yeah, and it's crazy. It's not just one time. He's gonna hit you a few times. So imagine if these players are hitting you a few times, and like I said, with him being frail, he's susceptible to a lot of soft tissue injuries, not broken bones, but those soft tissue injuries, those are the ones that are nagging. Those are the ones that will hold him out. Like I said, the pulls, the bruises, the twists, the turns, those things he'll be more susceptible to get. So I'm hoping the brother the rest. I hope he gets in here. Like I said, let's get his millions first, and he can worry about all the other man. He can worry about all the other madness later on. So he's gonna be all right.
Go out there, play preseason, play a couple of games, go and sign all them checks, pay your mama's house off. And then worry about everything else.
Worry about everything else, man. Shoot, worry about everything else afterwards.
Yeah. All right, I love it. I'm stalling. I appreciate everybody. We see everybody that's watching and listening. Keep throwing the comments up there. Look, we up here, Team No Sleep. We in here. We talking about sports. Obviously, we heavy on football today because of the draft. So we keeping up with what's going on there. But definitely reach out to us. I put the note out there if anyone wanted to jump on the screen too. But tall boy in the building, we see you, brother. We see you.
Absolutely. Who Philly gonna draft right here?
Yeah, if it's Devonta, I'm.
There you go. Oh man. Well, but you know what? That's a good pick for them because he gets to reunite
Look at
with
that
Jalen
suit.
Hunt.
Look at that suit,
Yeah.
man. That brother got a clean
That's too
suit.
small, man. Come on, man. That is too small. Look how tight that bad boy
That's how them youngsters do it right now, though.
Hey, man, and I'm a fashion police, man. That's too tight on all of them. They're too tight.
Dog.
Look at that, bro. That's too tight, man.
He can't even sit down straight.
Yeah. but you know what? Like I said, it reunites him with Jalen Hunt, who used to play over at Alabama before he got shipped off to Oklahoma after the debacle with Saban. So it's good that they get to be reunited, play somebody he's familiar with, get in that program, man, and make some noise. I hope he has a really, really successful year. Yeah. Tall boy said that's crisp but tight. Yeah, man, that's way too tight. Yeah, I hear you. The design is fresh. The design is fresh, but it's fitting real tight. And remember, he's only 160 pounds, so it's fitting real tight.
Yeah, man. Look at the commissioner talking about, brother, this is not gonna fit you. That's what he's saying right there. He said we're gonna have to get this hemmed up for you because this large ain't working. We're gonna get you a medium.
Yeah, brother, man. You wear some tight clothes on that one, man. But it's all good. It's all good, man. More power to the youngsters, and they do. Like I said, man, I'm happy for all these instant millionaires. I'm glad. I'm proud of all of them.
Yeah. Look, let's go ahead and move on to some other sports, some other topics and things of that. There's so much going on, but we had to spend a lot of time talking about football. We touched on this story a couple of weeks ago, right? We talked about this new overtime basketball league that's being started by really some startups, by some Silicon Valley startups, some tech investors. Similar to, I liken it to what Ice Cube is doing with the 3-on-3 basketball. I think I think this is gonna get a little bit bigger than that, to be honest with you. But now we got some money coming into it. Now we got some grown folk money coming into it, right? We got Jeff Bezos and we got Drake. Don't sleep on Drake. I mean, you can like him or you can't like him or whatever the case may be, but he's got some pockets.
It don't affect his bank account. Ain't affected, but we like him and like him, so it don't matter. So, I think it's really. What's up, Digital Buddha? I appreciate
That's
you.
That's a good man right there. Digital Buddha's in the building. Yes, sir.
I really. This league, I mean, we talked about it with Tall Boy when he came on the show, and he made the valid point. Where's the money at? Yeah. Well, now it looks like the money's starting to formulate the right way. They just got these young men are going to get this investment. But again, I do attest to what Tall Boy was saying. They got to make sure them checks are cut, and they got to make sure what's going to happen to these young men after that tenure's over and they're supposed to go to the NBA or where they're supposed to go. Because did a little research after we discussed with Tall Boy. This isn't new. Remember, the professional leagues overseas all day, every day is paying young men top dollar for them to do it that are established. That the check is not going to bounce. That the tour they're not riding on. They flying on planes. They ain't on the old raggedy buses. Yep. There's already established leagues that are doing this in the Italian leagues and overseas in Japan. The difference of the caveat is you got to go out of the country. Now they're trying to bring the same thing to inside the country. And I pose what Pope would say. What is the big difference between this and the G League? Granted, they're going to get a little bit more money and they're going to pay the development, but the G League is already there to kind of help develop these young men to kind of groom them for the next level. Yeah. And how are the leagues either going to mesh or how it's going to separate, pull that away? I'm not quite sure. And I don't know the dynamics of basketball business. That's a whole different gambit. But to me, this seems like this might be a pretty good deal as long as the money is there.
Yeah, then I love it.
Some of those chicks bounce over. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, boy, I got you, bro. I think
some of his checks back in the day. See, now we hashing up bad news for him, right? Some things that he didn't like. But look at this story here again. We talked about it like you said a couple of weeks ago, and the concern because we the three of us debated this and didn't really come to a consensus, but said again. But at the end of the day, we said, where is the money coming in? Now you got Jeff Bezos. Now you got Drake. You got current and existing players. You got KD. You got Klay Thompson. You got Devin Booker. You got all these folks with skin in the game. I'm real interested to see how and where the whole Jeff Bezos thing is going to work, right? What's he going to do? He's going to try to do something I'm thinking outlandish, to be honest with you. I think he's going to want to pull some weight around and make it an Amazon / overtime.
Pockets, wait, slow down. His pockets is deep.
Yeah.
So depending on how deep you want to go in his pocket, depending on how it's going to be. Jeff Bezos' pockets is super duper uber deep. So that dude, if he wants to make it a league and get TV rights and all that stuff, he's the one man that I know besides him and the dude that owns Tesla could do it. They got enough pockets to put it out there the way they want to. They could be the Mark Cubans of this league and make it flurry because his pocket, if he wants to spend that kind of money. But let's also remember, they're not going to spend money after bad money. If there's no rate of return on it, then it'll get cut off, just like all these other great ideas that's been like the XFL and all those stuff. Yeah. So there's got to be a rate of return on it as well for them to keep investing. That's just bad business. You don't throw good money after bad money. But I believe, though, he has enough money to set an infrastructure where it can be successful, which is scary. Mm-hmm. You know, to have a minor league, have where these kids now that punches the NCAA in the mouth. Because now you have these kids coming from in high school.
Yeah, you got 16 to 18-year-olds now saying, I can make this $100,000 right now, right?
Right now, and I ain't got to worry about it. The only thing I got to do is not go there and play for these guys for the next 6 years until I'm eligible, until I'm 20 years old to go to get an opportunity to play in the league.
Crazy.
Again, if the money's right, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Me personally, if the money's right, I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't know any 16 to 20-year-olds are going to be making $400,000 unless they're playing professional sports.
Exactly. So unless they're part of that 1% that we were talking about that's being called up tonight in the draft, right?
Yeah. So 16. I mean, if the money is right, and like I said, I believe also they have to have something set to when that transition is supposed to happen to the league. If that doesn't happen, what goes? Or if you get injured, what happens? They need to just have all those things just in place in their line. So. Let's see what happens. I think this is going to be one of those time tales.
I agree. And we got some controversy coming up here. So Tallboy says, why didn't LeBron put some skin in the game? He is the biggest advocate for taking care of his kids. I'm just saying, just sparking conversation.
Man, I don't hear about LeBron. LeBron got enough troubles. He got police out there, police writing bad letters or saying comments about him. He probably ain't worried about it yet, or maybe he just ain't went over the paperwork. But
and LeBron is banned from a bar. I think is it in Ohio or somewhere? And they say as long as LeBron is still playing, we're not playing any NBA games, and apparently they are thriving in visits. So that's a whole another story right there.
Yeah, man. I mean, LeBron's a great businessman. Don't get me wrong. I don't know why he's not investing in it, but I mean, I'm not going.
And then we don't know. He may be, but so again, we're just third person looking in. We're Monday morning quarterbacks, right? We're pundits, and we're giving our side of the story. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. But again, it's really up to him. But for
Tallboy, we got to also think. LeBron looks at things from a different perspective now. He ain't the poor dude that came from Akron that ain't got nothing to eat that's going to be playing. Because I'm sure that situation would have been different. Now he's the billionaire. He looks at things from a different lens. So I'm not quite sure where he comes from. I just think his lenses may be a little bit different, maybe on more of the cautionary tale than giving it out. So we'll see what happens.
That bar is going to be closed in 5 years. Don't know. I'm going to say 5 months if they don't change that tone. Because when it comes to playoff time, and don't let LA make it to the playoffs, and he not playing, and they're not playing no games, there gonna be some conversation for sure. So
yeah, let all the police go to that bar. There you go. He can have all them in that bad boy.
He can have them.
He good. He good.
I love it. Oh, hold on. We got. Did we get a quarterback drafted? Hold on. Mr. Blackman, Digital Buddha, tell me something in the comments since you here, sir. I'm throwing up YouTube. No, I'm throwing up Xfinity. Lord, hope that I don't get any YouTube strikes.
You're gonna be all right.
Well, he would know. That's what we'll find out. So who is this? That
no, Dallas isn't drafting Fields. There's no way. Oh, Fields just got drafted by Chicago. That's why.
Okay,
that's a good move. Okay, Chicago, good.
So who is their quarterback?
They had Trubisky, or I think it was Trubisky.
Oh,
David Trubisky was there.
It's time for him to go. Okay.
Yeah, so now Fields is there, and he's from Ohio, so that's a local regional. That's a great pick for them, him to be able to go in there and compete for the first starting job. He's going to draw some fans as well.
Yeah, he's good. YouTube strikes coming. Yeah, that's look at it. Look at young brother running. Man, I just hope that he takes care of everything that he needs to take care of with the epilepsy and things like
Mm-hmm.
that, and stays on his medications. I know he will, and I'm sure he will. But that's a good pick. I'm glad to see that brother go ahead and get him a hat and walk the line. So
Absolutely, absolutely.
that's
Another
good.
millionaire, man. That's
Yeah,
another millionaire, bro. Keep cranking them on up. We good. We good. Keep all them cats getting drafted. I'm happy.
love it, love it. Let's move to another sport. Let's move to, it's not actually kind of current playing or anything like that, but the announcement has been made for the NBA Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
We know who is in the running. So we got anybody that's nominated for the Hall of Fame is a winner. So I don't even have to say that part. But
Exactly.
they changed the date. They moved it up and they've only announced one person. They've announced Kobe. Man, it's tough that we don't have Kobe no more. But Kobe is obviously going in.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan is going to open the door for him and announce him and do his induction into the Hall of Fame. Talk to us a little bit about what you think. So again, I love the story of the whole thing, right? So again, having the Hall of Fame ceremony and the induction and all that, changing the date, and then having the one man who he emulated, they combated against each other. If you close your eyes and you just felt them play, you would think they were one and the same, and they were. Your thoughts on that?
I think it's a testimony of greatness, celebrating greatness.
Mm-hmm.
Admiration, respect, all those things that kind of come into play. I think that Kobe is iconic. Not
Mm-hmm.
was, he is iconic. Jordan is the ultimate icon.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the sports is concerned, and I just think he's just gonna. It's rightfully so to pay homage to an iconic person. I mean, everybody now is embracing the Mamba mentality, what Kobe stood for.
Yeah.
And like I said, not only was he a great player on the court, he was becoming a greater man off the court with the things he was getting involved with and doing the things he was about to be an ambassador for women's basketball, which I think was going to blow up even bigger than it is starting to blow up now. So I just think, man, you can't ask for anything else. The greatest basketball player to pay homage to someone that's so iconic to our culture of nowadays, our community, to basketball community, to everything and above. I mean, let's celebrate, man. I wish we could give him his flowers while he was alive, but unfortunately he passed away. And I hope his legacy lives between, with his wife and his family.
Yeah.
Forever. Everything lives forever. I hope they get everything that's coming to him, because I think, us not knowing Kobe, we watched Kobe grow up in California from when he got drafted to he was there to he raised all the way up. So we saw him become from the young man he was from 18 years old all the way to the man he became. And like I said, he was a guy becoming a greater man than he was on the basketball court, opening the Mamba facilities for kids to train, coaching his daughter, doing documentaries about different things that pertain to sports, being an advocate speaker, like for women, because his daughter was playing basketball, being a very advocate speaker, just seeing those things. I mean, I think the best thing I saw, the best moment I ever saw Kobe, two things: his last game when he scored 60, and then that moment he was sharing with his daughter Gigi on the sideline when he was explaining the game to her.
Oh, that was so cool, wasn't it?
Those are the two moments I mentioned. Like, wow, man, like we don't see that. And Kobe's a little bit different because remember, we didn't get Michael didn't share that part of his life with us.
True.
Kobe did. Kobe was sharing that part of his life with us. So, man, just respect all around, man. And I know I'm an older head. I know the younger kid generation doesn't appreciate it as much. But, I mean, us in our generation, the dude, man, was just incredible. And I'm a Laker hater. I can't stand the Lakers. I hate the Lakers with a passion. But
you a Sacramento King, cowbell toting, die hard.
Bro, man, Robert Horry, man, is still on my wanted list.
Man, he do have he's a dagger, man. He did throw that dagger.
Yeah. But I mean, like, even no matter how much I'm a Laker hater, I admire Kobe. I admire and the other icons in the organization as well. But Kobe, especially, you just have to admire.
Yeah,
the dude was just that guy.
Yeah.
Period.
So I mean it's just the ultimate sign of respect and homage that the adjustments are being made, and I think the memorial service was done high quality, high class, and with a lot of respect as well. So I know that they're going to do the segment with Michael for Kobe. It's going to be amazing as well. 8 and 24. I think that's going to be the cool thing, right? Because they're going to do both numbers, right? And we as the fans are literally just sitting on edge trying to figure what it's going to look like, how that 8 and 24 is going. So we're excited and hyped about that as well. Go ahead.
I hope they do a collage or a highlight collage.
Yeah.
Me personally, and this is just my personal.
Look at you. You already ready to buy something too, right?
Yeah,
you trying to buy some gear.
I hope they do. No, but I mean, I hope they do. I hope they do his video collage or whatever. I hope they do it to Nipsey Hussle. I mean, the victory lap kind of just coincide with Kobe. Yeah. Like, wow, I hope they take the victory lap with Kobe's career. Using Nipsey Hussle's music, because both those guys are very iconic to Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's true. That
would be a double special moment that I think everybody would like. Wow, this is what's going on. This is it.
That would be dope. I would love to see that. A couple other folks that are possibly going in. I'm talking about you being the Kings man. We got Coach Adelman. He put in a lot of good time while he was here. He's on the list.
Never won it though. Never won it. So.
I know. So, I just put it out there, but
you got Hall of Fame. You got to win it. Yeah, but I mean, respect. Okay,
He puts the time. Your boy C Webb, out there calling timeouts when he's not supposed to be calling timeouts, but he's on the list. He might. I don't know. I don't know if this is his year. I don't.
Me personally, analyzing basketball, C-Webb, I think, is great, but if we're gonna go through a certain criteria of who's Hall of Fame, I think the only power forward I know that is justifiable that hasn't won, or the power forwards that haven't won a ring and got in are Karl Malone and Charles Barkley, which we know they were great. And I know Webb is a beast, but Webb's knees gave out early. Yeah, Webb started having those bad knees, and Webber had only a lot of success when he was with the Kings.
True.
The teams he went after, there was very little bit of success. I mean, he had some success with the Warriors, but he had more success with the Kings.
Nah, I don't even count what he had with the Warriors, to be honest with you, because that wasn't the same at all. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Webb is a beast. I don't know if he's a first-time ballot Hall of Famer, but I think he'll deserve to get in. I think his numbers are up there with everybody else. So he's a double guy at night. So he'll eventually get in. I just don't think it's the first round guy, especially now getting on the battle with Kobe.
Yeah, I mean, man, that's the point. There it is right there, right? Because again, it's the whole story.
Special to get on this one. You gotta be. The guys I want to see. If the guys it's got to be like Dr. J gets on with Kobe. Some other iconic guys that get on this Kobe ballot. I just don't think he should be on the Kobe ballot at all.
I don't. It's not rigged.
Yes,
it's not.
Oh boy, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, KG definitely in before, but I'm saying it's not rigged, and it's always it's a conversation, and we assume it's a conversation that is fair and equitable. But I think again, just the whole aspect and the atmosphere of the night and of the occasion, man. Yeah, you got to have A-list folks that are going in when you got 8 and 24 being enshrined. So I just don't see Chris Webber. He did what he did. He was a exciting player, but Hall of Famer going in the same night as Kobe Bryant, I don't see it. So
I can't go with that one. Yeah. Not on the same night as Kobe. Like,
can't do it.
And like Todd was saying, I think there's other guys deserving. There's Garnett that deserves it to go in. And there's other players that got similar numbers with championships. Yes. Besides Webb. Now, don't get me wrong. Webb brought Sacramento to relevance. I can't lie about that. He made Sacramento something special for those 8 years he was there.
Him and White Chocolate, Jason Williams.
Yeah, him and Mike Bibby, the whiter chocolate, whichever one you want to. Whichever one.
I used to roll up on Mike Bibby all the time at the Cheesecake Factory with his family. I said, "Look at this little man here, man, coming up in here."
Him. I mean, Petrovic, Stojakovic, right? Or was it? What was it? The shooting dude?
Page and Stojakovic.
Stojakovic, Divac, Bobby. They had the backup guy, Bobby Jones, was his last name?
No,
What's his name?
Bobby Jackson. Bobby
Bobby
Jackson,
Jackson,
Sixth Man of the Year. Yeah, he's still here. You know, what I mean, he's doing kickboxing out here up here in Roseville, so he's still relevant. I think he's assistant with the team still. So yeah.
Yeah. So Weber did his thing, but it's not on the Kobe level, bro. You just can't. You can't to get on this ballot right here, man. You got to be like, I think they. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be mad if they just inducted Kobe only and nobody else.
Watch your mouth now. Okay, there you go. Just drop the mic right there after Michael walks on there and inducts him. This is a good point. Blessing and the curse, right? So I think that's kind of what we're saying, right? It's tough because it's almost like the asterisk, right? It's almost like Barry Bonds when and if he ever goes in. Yeah, brother, you got the body of work. You hit a lot of balls over the fence and all, but man, we know we know what you was doing, right? And when you do get in, there's gonna be that asterisk because man, I want him to go in though, right? Again, because exciting player, but
we talking about baseball. That whole era should go, man. Shine that from Bonds to Sosa to McGuire.
Yep.
All them cats should be in there because, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, baseball. I've never been a really big fan. I didn't follow it as much. But I'm telling you right, that part of baseball, in that era, when they had Griffey, McGuire, Sosa, and Bonds, baseball was the most exciting ever.
Yeah.
Because they had Randy Johnson pitching, Kurt Schilling was pitching. I know those guys are juicing too, but I mean,
bloody sock and everything out there.
The balls was going there. You're like, oh, baseball is what's going on right now because they hitting home runs every night. So I mean, baseball can say what they want about them juicing and corking bats and all that stuff, but they can never deny that time of baseball was probably the greatest baseball that everybody was engaged in watching.
Yep.
And baseball will never be the same. Since it hasn't been the same since then. It's getting kind of boring. Okay, whatever, blah blah blah. No one even came close to hitting that kind of many home runs. No. Oh yeah, Fred McGriff was a beast, but he Atlanta man
with some old school names. Look at that. Well, that's why he's bringing up the Atlanta folks right there. He ATL, right? He's got to represent home. Yeah.
Fred McGriff, he wasn't hitting no 50 home runs. But Griff Dog was a beast. He was a beast. Yeah. Griff was good. Yeah. But man, I think baseball owes them cats a lot of respect, man. Yeah. I mean, even though they say they were juicing or whatever, they prove or disapprove. That era of baseball, them 3 or 4 years of baseball, I don't care who you were tuned on to figure out who was going to break that damn record.
Yes, you were. Sports
Center every night. People was cheering. People was at bars. People was that era of baseball would never be replaced, man. It was the best. That was the best part of baseball ever that I've ever seen. I was excited.
No, that's true, right? Again, because it was a fast game at that point too. Because a lot of the criticism against baseball is that it's 3 hours. But when all you're doing is jacking home runs 400 feet, then okay, you just jogging around the field.
Dude slapping high five and jumping around and flips. You like, shoot, these dudes is getting it in. So
the draft is delayed here. Trying to had the screen still on there, and we were showing car commercials, and that definitely wasn't what we want to see. But they still talking about the Chargers pick. I'm wondering if things are being re-swizzled, if there's being some drama happening, but we'll see if Matt gets picked. But we'll keep going on to this next one.
Matt gonna land in New England. Matt is gonna land in New England. Watch what I tell you. Matt Jones is gonna land in New England.
All right. We'll see. Dog boy's still talking bad about baseball, man. Just he played power forward or himself.
It's funny because First he's trying to throw a plug in with Fred McGriff. Now you want to talk about
it. Now you know what I'm saying? He just dissing the game. Dissing the game that I play just because, just messing with my game now. Let's move on to the final story that I had. And I told you about it. I almost didn't want to tell you about it because it's not even a real story. It's more comedy, to be honest with you. Boxing is going in a weird direction right now. I'm just gonna say that boxing is going in a weird direction. This Logan Paul guy is look at your face. Look at your face.
Because, man, you even entertaining the story, man. I don't even know why we entertaining. This is some circus stuff. And I was gonna say the curse word, but
you said, look, I'll just put the explicit check on it. You know, I'm already streaming ESPN on the stream, so I know YouTube is just gonna be all in on me in about 2 hours. See, hold on. See, I did this on the lab the other night, and I made him talk about a Apple update, and he was upset about that. But again, this is news. Timely, relevant news of the day is what we do. I'm bringing this up because I want to. This is the social impact conversation that I want to have. Believe it or not, this is the social impact conversation. Logan Paul. So Rashawn Slater went to the Chargers. So Mac didn't go yet. Logan Paul is scheduled to fight Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is scheduled to jump in the ring with Logan Paul. Let me rephrase my wording on that. I do not agree with this at all. I do not like the fact that this Logan Paul guy is getting airtime. We're giving him airtime here, yeah. But again, I think it's turning the sport of boxing into a mockery. I think Floyd Mayweather is doing this only to add a couple extra zeros to his checking account. He doesn't need it, obviously. But it's a show. It's a farce. I think it's disrespectful. If Ali was still around and you asked him for his blessing for something like this, he'd knock you in the face. I promise you that the old hats, the I can't even think of the old cats anymore. But you know, the Sugar Rays. You know, you talk to the Foremans, you talk to the Hearns, you talk to those guys. They would never do anything like this of stepping into the ring to their professional athletes, boxers, honing their craft over their lifetime with someone who's a YouTube celebrity. Come on. I mean, talk to me about this, brother.
I'm all about people getting paid, obviously, for their craft, if that's choose to do. But for Floyd Mayweather, I truly believe he's going to tarnish his career. Yeah, this is tarnishing his career, his legacy. You know, he talks about how legacy, he's 50-0. He's one of the greatest boxers ever, one of the best pound for pound. And yet you go ahead and then you pull something like this. He's already bamboozled us with the McGregor fight.
Yeah, that was crazy too. That was just crazy
which should have never been a fight at all. Now you're going to do this John Paul thing, which is another stupid thing that he's going to do. I don't know if the brother just needs the limelight. He wants to be, keep his stuff relevant, or do you want to tarnish your legacy, man? If you got the money, you got anything, there's some things that's just not worth doing because it's going to just tarnish everything he's accomplished over his career, in my opinion. And you're giving this guy millions of dollars to basically get knocked out, get beat up, and do whatever. It just doesn't do anything. Floyd gains nothing from this except some, like you said, a paycheck. You know, he gains nothing from it, and this other guy has everything to gain. I don't think he will even have the closest skill set to do anything to Floyd. No. But why even entertain this man? Why even entertain it? And why you make it a mockery out of boxing, which is such a polished sport? I'll be the first one to say it on here. I'm not a big MMA fan. I can't really get into MMA, but because of all the grappling and all that. But I understand boxing because I'm an old school head. Yeah. I understand the science of boxing and how people box and how I appreciate the art form of boxing. And Floyd is now making a mockery out of it by creating these dumbass fights he's doing to get a paycheck. I wish he would do it off for charity. Now, if he was doing it off for charity, maybe I might have a different outlook on it. If he's giving all his book to charity, not just some of it. Yeah. If he gave it all to charity, maybe I have a different outlook. But for him just to go collect a paycheck, man, and get his YouTuber dummy an opportunity, then Floyd, fight me. I'm calling right now. Fight me for a couple of million. I'll take a couple of million to get in the ring and take a few lumps in the head.
Yeah, hit me in the head for 10 seconds or whatever, and 20 million.
Let me go get my 10 million on too. If you're gonna give millions away, then let me go ahead and fight you on there, homie. Yeah. I'm good with it.
So, and I'm gonna counter this comment right here. I'm not gonna watch it.
That's fine.
Right? Because some folks say that I'm gonna tune in, or we're gonna tune in to watch.
Oh,
I'm not
gonna watch it. Watching that.
We'll cover it. I don't even know if we'll cover it. When it's done, we'll cover it if Floyd falls down.
Loses.
right? Because that'll be the story. Because we'll sit there and like, brother, we told you, and you know better. You know you shouldn't have done this stupid move of getting in the ring with this non-professional athlete, and you gonna end up maybe hurting yourself or whatever the case would be. There's no positive to it except for again the show.
Yeah, my money doesn't go there, man. My pay-per-view money would not even come close to whipping or something like that. So.
You're not gonna chip in on that.
Man, not even $5. I ain't putting $5 on it. Nope. As they say, put $5 on it. I ain't putting $5 on it. Nope. I'm good. I wish Floyd done the best. Like I said, I don't have no problem people chasing their bag, but that's one of those bags that's not worth chasing, man. This is stupid. This is what they call a publicity stunt, and this is what gives promoting and boxers kind of that bad name, in my opinion.
Yep.
This is not good. Not good for that sport. Now, but I will say this though, from what I understand, in at least Las Vegas, Floyd is an economy itself. He brings in so much money and generates so money for the city itself. So, I mean, maybe it's a win-win for the city of Las Vegas. You know, him fighting again. Maybe this will bring enough promotion for people to come out there, and all the tourism would come there and kind of spark tourism again after this COVID or whatever. I have no idea. I'm trying. I'm making it stretch.
You trying. I'm about to look at you side eye right now because you really push it.
But I just can't see it, man. I mean, you can give me free tickets to that fight and I probably wouldn't even go. I'd be like, man, whatever. I ain't trying to see that. I'd rather go down to the club. If I was in Vegas and they gave me free tickets to that fight, I'd probably make myself down to one of the gentlemen's clubs instead.
Watch yourself. Watch out now.
And throw my dollars and throw my little extra dollars that way. I wouldn't throw my dollars. Yeah. I throw my dollars that way instead, man. I don't think I would even go check. I wouldn't even entertain that. That seems stupid.
Yeah, I agree. So June 6th is when it's slated to happen. We'll see what happens, but not holding breath for anything positive to come out of this.
Team No Sleep will be asleep during the game.
We will finally catch up on our sleep at that particular time.
On that one.
I love it, brother. Hey, brother, appreciate you. We ran through a lot of stuff tonight. We talked a lot of football. It's football night, so we talked about that. The young cats coming through and getting their just due. We talked about young Miss Biles getting her money lined up and taking care of that. You know, little NBA, little basketball. The youngsters maybe getting a different type of an opportunity. I'll just call it a different type of an opportunity. So, hey, anytime you can do something positive, especially for the youth. I know I'm for it. I know you for it because we daddies and we got kids and we want nothing but the best. So it's unfortunate we had to end on a crazy story like.
Hey, no, you know what's a trip now? Now that you just brought that back up, we circle back. Who are these young men's agents, man? Like for this money to sign this league, because that's a whole nother avenue, a whole different gamut. Tall boy, I'm hinting to you might be want to become an agent in that league for some high school cats.
Better get you some business cards or some contracts printed out because there may be a whole nother opportunity for you to get into business.
Like you said, that may be a whole nother lane, a whole nother opportunity that's going now. Instead of negotiating contracts with like these guys that are going to be 18, I mean, these guys are going to be 20 to 24. You're going to be negotiating contracts for 16-year-olds. So let's just keep following this story, man. Now, let's really keep following the story and see what ends up happening. Yeah,
I brought it up again because it was making some continual movement. So we'll see. Looks like we got some movement with the Jets and the Vikings. We'll see what happens. Who's still selected there? We'll see. We'll see. And none of them are my teams. I don't have my Steelers aren't up there yet, so I don't really have a dog in the fight. So I probably shouldn't say that. Michael Vick. Because folks will get on my case like they did with Michael. Oh Lord, there I go. Just controversy all over the place tonight, boy.
It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, definitely, man. Like you said, man. Peace and blessings, man. Happy Thursday. Catch us next week, right? Catch us next week.
Next week, brother. I'm trying to stall, but we'll see. I'm not worried about it, folks. Again, we appreciate you. This is what we do. It's slightly unstructured, but it's always calculated. We do know what we're talking about. We're glad you were with us. We're glad you joined us. Another great show, Montel. You the man. Everyone that was part of the crew listening and watching, we thank you. Look at this. Hold on. Look at this. YouTube strikes are coming. But let her know. I'm gonna get a look. I'll text you, Montel, in like 30 minutes when YouTube reaches out to me and says, Mr. Hicks.
You bet. They took the offensive lineman from USC. Oh wow. Oh no, they took the receiver. I'm sorry, they took Elijah Bird. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Folks, if y'all want to watch the rest of the draft, y'all tune in yourself. It's on ABC, as you see me illegally streaming it on the internet right now. Outside of that, be good, y'all. We out. Peace to you.
Salute.